In the late afternoon or evenings before I turn in for the night, I always like to hop on the treadmill and get a good 60 to 90 minutes in. And last night I was doing that and watching some old episodes of The Walking Dead. And it occurred to me that the creators of this show might have gotten a very important detail completely wrong about this coming event. You see, they show these people and they're just absolutely bone skinny. You can see their ribs through their chest. Their clothes are just hanging off of them, which means that they weren't always skinny, that somehow this event has caused them to burn fat or something. But later on in the show, they say that, whoever dies, no matter for what reason, they just become a zombie immediately. So you wouldn't see giant throngs in North America of skinny people. This is what zombies will look like. There'll be these giant, morbidly obese folks that will make people feel sorry for them, and then when they get close enough, they'll grab them up and hold them for ransom to get pizza delivered or whatever else. Because that's the only thing that's going to do it for them. And that's going to be the only thing that's going to be available to some when this gets out of hand more than it is right now. In today's video, I know we've talked about this subject before, but there's a new piece of information to this puzzle. I know a lot of people think this is some kind of a plan. They try to absolve themselves from their own bad decisions and their own laziness. And they say, well, they're feeding us this, they're feeding us that. Nobody feeds you anything. You choose to eat, if you choose to eat anything. Whatever it is goes in your body is your choice. But two things are happening simultaneously right now that should never happen, ever. Obesity rates continue to trend up in the United States. This was 2017 and 18, 42%. We're up to 75% now, overweight or obese. 67% of women, 75% of men. Now, as adults, when someone offers you free stuff, what's the first thing that pops into your head? What's the catch? Of course, what's the catch? Queen Latifah was quoted as saying, I don't care how much money you have, free stuff is always a good thing. But is it though? Is it always a good thing? People think, well, gosh, if I can get the things I need for free, or at least part of the things that I think I need for free, I'll have more money to spend on things that I want. And there's all sorts of articles and courses about how to save money, and not that saving money is a bad thing. But we even teach our kids, there's no free candy in the world. It always comes with a price. Now, here's where the rubber meets the road in this video. Higher income earners visit food banks and shop at Walmart as food inflation rises. Food banks and thrift stores across the country are seeing surging demand amid historic inflation. During the Great Depression, obesity rates were not rising. They were going down. What's really going on here? Historically high inflation continues to affect Americans of all backgrounds, including high-income individuals and families who have been driven to Walmart, food banks, and thrift stores as a result of the skyrocketing cost of groceries and goods. Sorry about that. Now, here's what's happening. With prices going up, people who don't need to be going to food banks are going to food banks and finding out what they can get for free before they go to the grocery store. See, they go line up in these long lines, and they drive through in their big SUVs and minivans. And they say, okay, we can get this for free, and this for free, and all this stuff for free. We'll just check all this stuff off of our grocery list. Then we'll go to the grocery store and get what we really want with our money. Our pizza, our ice cream, our novelties, all of our snacks, all of our potato chips, all of our soda. Why pay for what you can get for free? Now, what's going to be the long term on this? The long term on this is grocery stores are going to realize, hey, we can't make a profit selling healthy foods, the things they're giving away at the food banks. The potatoes, the eggs, the lettuce, the carrots, the radishes, the things people are donating to the food banks. We can't make a profit, so why carry it? The reason I chose this picture is because you see, well, wait, there's limes, lemons, and cranberries. Yeah, you can charge whatever you want for lemons, limes, and cranberries because they're condiments for alcohol, primarily vodka. And people will always buy them no matter how much they cost. See, this is going to go away. The idea of walking into the grocery store. Pardon me. The idea of walking into the grocery store, smelling that wonderful bakery, and walking through that produce section, and just perusing, and maybe grabbing a couple apples. All that's going away. Because of why? Because of profit. It's just that easy. It's good. They're going to sell what's profitable. What are people going to buy with their cash? This is going to make America one of these absolutely insane places to live. If you want to get healthy food, you're going to be forced into local farmers markets. And even then, those prices are going to be exorbitant. Some people, even in the higher ranges, will say, well, gosh, if they're giving the stuff away at churches or at food banks, why would I pay for it at all? You see, it doesn't matter whether it's a government program giving it away for free or whether it's your local church giving it away for free. It has the same effect on the economy. The exact same effect. That's why we're at terminus stage. Those of you who are familiar with The Walking Dead will know what terminus refers to. That's where it's going to eventually lead. Because meat products are incredibly expensive to get to the store. And then once the store has them, they can only hold them for so long. And they can't donate them like they can sweet potatoes or lettuce or something else. They've just got to get rid of it. And when they aren't making any money anymore on chicken and seafood and beef and pork, it's going to be impossible to find. Which leads us right back to here. Zombies are not going to be these skinny little shambling groups that want to eat brains. They're going to be these morbidly, gigantically obese people that are desperate. They're going to call themselves disabled. Make believe they're disabled. And then people are going to feel sorry for them. And they're going to try to bring them things. And then once they bring them things, These people are going to set traps for him. These people are, believe me, if you think I'm kidding about this, if you think that's an overstatement, go read articles about how these huge 600 and 700 and 800 pound people get others to bring them food when they're no longer able to even get out of bed. They're so obese. Imagine being that person that is going out, filling up grocery carts full of crap, paying for it, and then bringing it back to a person who has eaten themselves into a state where they can't even get out of bed. It's a lot more widespread than what you might think. When I was doing the 4-part series over at Patreon, I was talking to some ladies about survival and different things that they could do to help affect it. And one of the things that I had said is perhaps extend the range, age-wise, of men that you would consider as a mate for security purposes. And some women said, Florida Maquis, I have. But I cannot find a guy who is 50, 55, 60 years old or older who isn't either morbidly obese or disabled in some way regarding that. They would not be an asset to me. I can't find one. And honestly, the more I go to Sam's Club, the more I go to Costco, I see it. I agree with you, ladies. Because I look around at these guys and I'm like, I look at myself very critically. If I'm not doing something every single day, whether it's swimming, whether it's hitting the weights, whether it's hitting the treadmill, if I'm not doing something every day, I feel like I'm going backward. It's probably why I haven't been able to get over this cold in the last 3 weeks. I could never see myself like some of these guys walk around. I wouldn't go out in public like some of these guys do. It's horrible. And they've got the big 5X or 6X t-shirts and they got their big nice truck, and I don't know where they get their shoes and boots, honestly. But it's unavoidable, I think, at this point. That this is not going to be just a side effect of the downfall. I think it's going to play a major role. Because when grocery stores can only make a profit on selling crap, that's all they're going to sell. Because there's people out there giving away crap for free. And that's never a good thing. And I'll give you this article. Where is it? High income earners. Eggs, margarine, flour, butter, coffee. These things are all being given away at food pantries. So people are like, well, we don't have to buy eggs. We don't have to buy margarine. We don't have to buy flour or butter or coffee. What are we going to go buy? It's crazy. This one food bank serving 130 to 150,000 people per month, now serving over 200,000 a month. It's unbelievable. A quote, the traditional homeless person in need represents a very small percentage of the population that are actually getting food from the food bank network across the country. Most often it's single families, retirees, it's people who are just down on their luck. The changing demographic of need has much more become families. This is where the shortages are coming from. When you can't find stuff. So, I will leave it there. But Chalk this up into the prediction column. Zombies aren't going to be skinny. They're going to lay in wait and take advantage of unsuspecting victims with good hearts. Have a great weekend. God bless. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.